Hello again, Michael Friedberg here from beautiful North Carolina. And before we get started today, I just need to point out that this is shave video number 100. Who would have thought all those years ago that this would have lasted? Today's product, and I really have sort of two, is a soap I've been looking forward to using for quite a while. I've had this sitting on the shelf for a little bit. It's the Drunken Goat from Mickey Lee Soapworks. Fantastic set of ingredients. It's got tallow, it's Guinness, goat's milk, coconut oil. It also includes cocoa butter, castor oil, lanolin. So if you're sensitive to lanolin, this is not the soap for you. Shea butter and avocado oil. Let me just show you what it looks like inside the container. Beautiful dark brown color. It smells somewhat sweet, like a sweet mixture of sort of chocolate and coffee with a bit of the hint of the Guinness underneath it. This soap, to my mind, smells delicious in the same way that the Cromiro from Abate Lemantia smells. It just smells absolutely delicious. I have some of this pressed into the Captain's Choice soap loading bowl. Today's brush is going to be, let me just get this so you can actually read this. It is the Big Shave 2014 limited edition brush, number 97 out of 100. That was many thanks to Jason Alter and to Martin Arsenio Peterson, who got this organized, and then to Eric Schuett, who purchased one for me when I purchased one to hand off to my son. So again, very, very generous. Today is going to be the return of the 1948 to 1950, somewhere in that range, the Gillette Aristocrat. As you can see, there is quite a bit of wear and tear on the head here in terms of the plating, a bit of loss there on the end caps. Handle is in pretty good shape still. And today's blade, for simple nostalgia purposes, because this is shave number 100, I'm going to go back to an old favorite. Of course, they come back to many, many times. Brand new Voskhod blade in there. Twist to open, as you can see, obviously. There is actually a bit of an overhang, more than you might expect. You can definitely see it. It's pretty visible, but it doesn't extend too much past the ends, but you do need to watch out for that overhang while shaving. All right, let me go ahead and get the soap lathered up. I'm just going to wet the brush through. Really no need to soak the badger, obviously, just going to get a good wet. I'm going to load nice and heavy. I'm going to shake this out. I'm going to start off with a dryish brush. You can see, you can hear right away. That's of course going to need more water. I'm going to load good and heavy. One thing to note, by the way, is when you begin to lather, you can get a bit of brown, sort of foamy lather to begin with, but don't worry, when you start to lather it up, it just turns white. All right, that is still obviously too dry, so I'm going to drip and add some water into the bowl. And I found that that seems to work best for this soap, is just add a bit of water while you're building loading your brush up. Very easy to lather, scent strength, very good. Sweetens up and lightens up a little bit when you start getting the lather going. Wow, you can see what's happening already in there. That's looking very good. This is a really dense, rich, heavy soap. I'm gonna add a bit more water. I'm really gonna load like crazy because this is the last day for this. And then what I've been doing actually is taking the soap remainders, and I've been just letting them dry for a couple days, and then adding them to an old soap container, and I'll make some kind of crazy Franken soap out of them all. All right, there we go. I know, that looks pretty good. All right, one errant hair. All right, let's just get that wet. I'm gonna just wet my face. And then let's begin to lather. Yeah, as you can see, this already has a bit of a sheen to it. This soap has been an absolute joy to use. It's another one of these milk-based soap, and so far I've not found one that I didn't just absolutely love. Beautiful creamy texture, easy to lather. I know there's people out there wondering why it took me so long to get to this soap, but the fact of it is that there are just so many soaps to try. You just can't try everything all the time, and I just been working through things slowly but steadily. All right, that is still too dry. I'm going to add some more water to that. Yeah, shave number 100. And man, just there's a laundry list of people to give shout outs to. Number 1, Steve Farragher, still El Presidente of the Big Shave. Fantastic early videos. Just one of those great examples of a simple, easy way to show people how to shave. And you could sense his enthusiasm and his real interest in getting people to have a better option than they were currently experiencing. There are just so many of those original Big Shave members. You have people like Darren Dub Dub Webster, huge fan of the D89. Wonderful friend from the Netherlands, Danny van Rooyen, Haagse Schoffie. Yeah, real pleasure watching that guy shave as well. Just learned so much from him in those early days. People like Paul Bombino, he is still going strong. Paul Humphreys, obviously, who is sending out 2 videos a week. Just doing great. A man so dedicated to his personal fitness and to achieving the pinnacle of the human physique that he was known by his middle 2 names, Tight Bun and Tight Bun Smiths. Another guy who just did a fantastic number of videos. If you've never watched his straight razor shaves, they are absolute classics in the wet shaving world. Zachary Roth, another great early shaver who sort of dropped off the scene a little bit, but I had the pleasure to meet in person, and who turned out not to be a serial killer that I met off the internet. I was pretty grateful for that. John Halleck, still going strong, still producing videos. You have people like Mark Reside, who holds the record for the most number of times that a person has left and rejoined the Big Shave. I think we stopped counting after 99. Some of the other characters in there are people like the Bob Bag brothers, Scott and Grant Hamilton. We had actual royalty in the Big Shave. Self-proclaimed, of course, but still, was Pasha Bilverdi, who I also met in person and who also turned out not to be a serial killer. This soap, by the way, is slick and creamy and an absolute joy to use. I'm just so happy with the soap. The lather is very easy to build. Does not dry out or dissipate at all. Creamy, feels fantastic on the face. Slick. And this razor, which I've not used for quite a while because I just had so many others to work through. Again, a very, very easy, very reliable, safe feeling shave. Doesn't feel aggressive, doesn't feel mild, a really nice balance in between. All right, let's do a bit of rinsing. Let's move on to pass number 2. That'll be, of course, across the grain. Plenty of soap in there, but if I need more, I'm just going to load more. I'm going to add a bit of water to that. But I hope you can hear, just from the sound of the brush, beautifully creamy that lather is. Yeah, 100 videos. Never would have thought. Big shout out to Joe Abatangelo as well, who gave me some well-needed encouragement early on. That lathering tutorial, which I did because I thought, well, you know, if other people can do it, why can't I? There seems to be still some room for an additional view of it. And certainly if one tutorial is good, then maybe another one for the people that the other ones didn't work for. Provide an alternative. That is still going very well. switching to this weekly review format for me has worked out really well, and I'm glad to see people are still enjoying the videos. All right, this is going to be the across the grain. Just nice and gentle. I don't know about for you, but for me, skin will definitely show right away if things like stress levels at work begin to peak a little bit, and that is certainly the case right now. Need to watch out right there. Just beautiful, friction-free, easy shave. Combination of the blade and the razor and the soap is very good. Just careful right there. Yeah, it will be interesting to be able to figure out there's some way to travel back in time and figure out who used to use this razor, how long they had it, who they passed it on to, what happened to cause it to become available to somebody else. The case that my wife found it in is clearly not the original, but still. Right there, watch the overhang. All right, let's rinse off. Let's go for the third and final pass, the against the grain. I have a sneaking suspicion there'll be some buffing and there might be a very light cleanup pass. We'll see. No reason not to get crazy and shave number 100. Yes, I think my first video is in fact was recorded with the noob portrait mode. It happens to everybody. You know, the other thing that you learn over time is that people just remain so generous, kind, just, reaching out to you. People have offered to share things and continue to do so, and you know who you are, and I thank you for that. Even if I don't take you up on your offer, I do always really appreciate your generosity. It may just be that if you send me something, it just won't get used for so long that you might as well hold on to it. But this brush, for example, another great, just a generous gesture from Eric Schuett. People like Thomas Cooney who passed on brushes and razors. Another gentleman who shall remain nameless who offered to send me a Barrister and Man soap that he was not enjoying. And when I received the soap, the box was absolutely full of other stuff, including a Schick injector. And I continue to try to do that as well. I'm always more than happy to pass out samples of all the stuff that I receive. I'm lucky enough that vendors will continue to send me items for review, and I always try to pass on samples to my colleagues and friends for those. All right, well, this is going to be the last against the grain pass. Let's make this one count. Same impressions from last time for this razor, just a very nicely balanced, easy to use razor. A little worn, but that does not affect the quality of the shave at all. And I'm loving this soap too. All right, other side. And turn just a little bit. I know somebody posted a kind of a funny comment about I was shaving in all kinds of directions, and that is in part because, well, I'm not shaving in a completely strict against the grain. I'm also modifying the angle a little bit. And I've said in other shaves, comfort first. I like a nice close shave, but I'm not willing to do that by sacrificing the comfort. Yeah, I'll come back and do that piece in just a moment. Okay, let's check under the chin. Redo that again. Just a very quick lather. By the way, the slickness when you re-wet this is phenomenal. Really, really good. I mean, I could easily shave over that again, but I'm not going to because I actually still have quite a bit of lather in the brush. I'm just going to squeeze it out a little bit. So you can see there is plenty in there for a quick double run over the chin and jawline. There we go. Perfect. All right, rinse my hands. All right, last part of the shave. Here we go. There we go, nice. Those hairs are becoming increasingly recalcitrant. Yeah, that transition right there always takes a bit of extra work if you want to get it completely perfect. Well, I think we should stop right there. You rinse off using the now patented and clearly world famous one-handed face rinsing method. There's the ears. Try to scoop out that remaining soap. By the way, also a big shout out to my mom who just had her birthday yesterday and apparently cooked up a storm for a huge party. There we go. Let me go ahead and dry off and we'll get the aftershave going. Well, that's pretty nice. All right, in fact, that's fantastic. Look how Man, that turned out really, really well. So easy with that razor. That soap just makes it such an easy job. Zero problems there. All right, today the aftershave. Well, of course it's going to have to be the Drunken Goat. Now I only got to sample this because I wasn't quite sure if I was going to like it or not. Of course I got a full-size tub of the soap, but I can always pass out samples of that. If, for example, it didn't work out, I would still pass out samples for people that may want to give it a whirl as well. But it did work out because that soap is fantastic. All right, the aftershave comes in a little spray bottle. This is from Magrid Razors, this sample. Man, the smell on this just opens up immediately. Slight tingle, but that's been the case every day, and then that immediately disappears. Dry down on this is almost immediate. It's like you have a very brief sort of alcohol hit, and then wow, that just smells fantastic. Face feel very good. I'm going to put on a little bit more. There we go. Wow. that was a fantastic shave. All right, wow. I smell good and I feel good. Well, let's go through the products for today because I think this shave is at an end. Number 100, almost in the books. Today's soap, the Mickey Lee Soapworks, the Drunken Goat. Fantastic soap. I'm kind of sorry that I waited so long to use it, but then again, yeah, I've certainly come around to it. Beautiful color, very rich ingredient list. The Guinness goat's milk does contain lanolin, so it's tallow and lanolin based soap. Easy to lather. The scent on this is fantastic. It's sweet. It has a bit of richness and sort of complexity to it. It just smells delicious. The aftershave has the exact same scent, and that scent does last, by the way. I've used this throughout the course of the weekend. Through the course of the day, you can certainly still smell it on your hands a little bit and you get good wafts of it through. So longevity on the aftershave has been very good as well. Highly recommended. That soap was fantastic. Today's brush, let me just wipe off the bottom, hope you can see it. The Big Shave 2014 limited edition. This is one of those mixed acrylic and burls with a silver tip knot in there. Again, thanks to Jason Alter and Martin Arsenio Peterson. Today's razor, found by my wife and her colleague in the backwaters of Texas. The Gillette Aristocrat, 1948 to 1950. Suffering a little bit of plate loss, but still, who isn't, frankly? And take a look at same issue up top. Fantastic razor, so easy to use, twist to open, very minor overhang, but in terms of shave quality, so balanced, easy to use, not mild, not aggressive. Just an absolute sheer joy to use. Every time I use it, which has only been the twice, but every time I've used it, all 2 times. Fantastic, easy shaves on that. In there today was one of my old favorites, Voskhod blade on its first use. Sharp, smooth. I still have quite a few of these to go, as well as the rapier and the silver blue, and then a few samples still left to go. That's it. That's everything I used. Oh wait, let's just show this one more time. Drunken Goat aftershave. Yeah, so post-shave skin feel, by the way, just without the aftershave on, your skin feels really well hydrated, nice and smooth, just beautiful end of that shave. Apply the aftershave, nice strong scent to it, quick dry down. Oh, I'm going to be sorry when that one is finished. Well, I think that's it. I think we're all done. That was another fantastic Sunday shave. Beautiful, close, comfortable, irritation-free shave. Fantastic set of products. As always, I'm just completely amazed at how many incredible products you have to choose from today. Well, with that, let me just say thank you so much to all of you that continue to watch these videos. I really appreciate your support. Really appreciate your comments and your contributions. As always, if you have questions about this video or you have just something else you want to ask about, please feel free to leave a comment and I'll try to get back to that as quick as I can. Thank you again for all 100, and until next time, goodbye.